we're back. It's
Hel-
Quantum Exchange. And we
Hello
have
and
a
welcome.
wonderful guest today. So present yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Subuhi, and I am a trauma recovery coach. I am currently in India. I work with survivors of abuse to help them with the healing process. After you leave an abusive relationship, things can be really tough, and so I am a survivor myself, and this is what I help them with. Apart from this, so with my trauma coaching, I have been using a lot of tools, including spiritual tools. And one of the things that I used was the tarot. When I started using tarot, what I realized is that it's not just people who've experienced like intense trauma who can benefit from it. Because even if you, first of all, everybody's experienced some kind of trauma or the other. And secondly, a lot of us have hidden beliefs that we just kind of forget about and we just live life because, that's normal for us. So the tarot really helps to uncover those things. So I also have now started using it for everybody, including like business owners, just basically everyone. So I don't do future readings, but I do personal development readings.
I love that. I love that.
What's the
concept.
difference? Well, I'm pretty curious about that.
The difference between the personal
Future
development.
readings and personal development. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, this is actually really interesting for me as well, because whenever I used to go, my knowledge of the tarot was that I would ask somebody, okay, how's my year going to be? What's going to happen next year? Am I going to meet someone? How's my work going to be? How will my health be, etc. So it's just like a reading about the outcomes that might happen, like something in the future. But personal development is more like what's happening in my life right now that I need to work on. What are some areas in my life that I need to, take another look at? Is there anything that I need to refine, learn from, etc.
Oh, wonderful.
It's awesome. So can we have, since you're our guest here in our beautiful podcast, would you indulge us and show us your process with our podcast? Like, what's the future for Quantum Exchange as far as the tarot?
Done. I can totally do that. I actually got my tarot cards ready for this as well.
But I want you to go over the process, like what, how you do it, what does it mean, and just remember like treat the audience like if they never heard of tarot, because some people never have, especially for business.
Yeah.
So go ahead. We want to know how this is going. Right, JJ?
Well, of course.
We want to know how soon we're gonna be our podcast is gonna go viral.
Sure. So, okay. So the thing with it, I'll just start with what the tarot is. So the tarot is just a deck of cards, something like this. I've blurred my screen.
It's blurred.
Yeah, because my dog was hanging around in the background, so I'm gonna unblur it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the dog. The dog is part of our life. So don't worry about it.
Lovely.
Okay. So this is like a tarot deck. This is, there are different cards. My deck is a little different from the usual deck.
Yeah, I was curious about that. There are different types, right?
Yeah. So
Time
there are
ago,
different decks.
oh, excuse me. Time ago, like a year ago, a friend made me a tarot reading, but it was angelical tarot. With the cards were different, and all that. So there are different types, right? The one that you have, which type is it is?
Okay, so the one that I have is the Witch's Tarot. This is the companion book that goes with it. And I love this tarot. It's just like the artwork is incredible, it's just so beautiful. And I mean, you can see it. And the thing I really love about this card is that it uses a lot of, it uses a lot of different things. There's a lot more, of course, all decks have spirituality, but in this, there's a lot more to do with your personal magic as well, which I love.
Okay.
And yeah, so the tarot is I mean, like, I'm not going to get into like a full-on history. That would just be too much. But essentially, tarot cards were just like they I think came up something around the 14th century in like Italy, and they were just used by families and things like that. And so essentially, the tarot has been linked with Kabbalah and with astrology and with
Mhm.
numerology, and it has like various elements to it. And so the tarot is essentially, there are like four different suits. Like we have in our playing cards your hearts and spades and clubs and diamonds. So in
Mhm.
this you have different. So again, all different decks sometimes have different suits as well. But the essentially they are pentacles, wands, swords, and cups, and they all represent different elements of like like your personality. So cups is like emotions, for instance, and
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
it's the water element, and yeah, so basically that's how it is. And apart from these four, there are also the major arcana cards, which like essentially represent the journey of. It starts with a fool, so it starts with somebody who's naive and just beginning on their journey, and
Mhm.
ends with the completion of the journey. So it's actually like those are more powerful cards. So if you get,
Mhm.
you usually.
What's going? Oh,
Oh, okay. It was the the internet, I guess.
Mine?
It stopped working, but now we're back.
okay. Okay.
So, uh, you were talking about those cards that were referring to the journey from
Yeah.
being naive to on. So I was in that part.
Okay, so I'll just repeat that part. The major arcana
Thanks.
cards, there are 20 of them, and they start from the like a person is it's almost like it's almost like a metaphor for life. There are different metaphors to it, but it starts with
Yeah.
the fool's journey and it ends at the like with the completion. So it's
Uh-huh.
a really interesting journey, and usually if you're doing a reading, you'll have different suits come up. But if a lot of major arcana cards come up, then it would mean that you've got some major life changes happening, or some, like it's a big thing. It represents something bigger.
Okay.
Um,
I'm
and
curious about something in regards to all this. Uh, the tarot is like sometimes I relate it with the idea of having choice or having
yeah,
decisions, because sometimes you have like two ways of seeing that idea of having free will, that everything is cause and effect and you are just an effect of a lot of causes, or and you're just seeing those causes in the reading, for example. Another way of seeing it is that that is true, but you also have some decisions in that road, but still that road is limited by certain circumstances or certain causes and so on, but you have some flexibility within that. That's the thing that I generally like to think, this dilemma, let's say. But what do you think about tarot? Is like something that is rigid, that limits your destiny in a way, or it gives certain flexibility, or it shows that you have choice?
yeah, it's a really good question. I've always thought of it as giving you a choice. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's giving you information, and with information, there's always a choice of, do you want to act on this? Do you want to act
Mm-hmm.
on this in this way? You know that, okay, this is something that you need to work on. You can choose to
Mm-hmm.
work on it. You can choose to ignore it. You can choose to, like work on it a little bit, and then I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
all up to you. So um, I've always thought of life as, yes, there are a lot of things that are written, but eventually, I mean, essentially, we all have at least some choice, is what I like to believe, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get it.
Okay,
Yeah, and I like
I
to
want to
too.
say something, right? In
Yep.
regards to what we're talking. So, first of all, the name of our podcast is Quantum Exchange, which by default means expansion interchange. So, when we are aligned with everything that we want, life happened for us without effort. All the limitations and the circumstances around us, there's nothing we can do about. But us here, the body, mind, you can choose to create whichever destiny you decide. And you can
Mm-hmm.
use tarots to guide you through today. Let me pull a card, see what's going on with my energy. It doesn't mean you have to follow that. You still get to follow your heart. You still get to follow your own journey. You get to create your life, is what I'm trying to say. And that's it.
I love it. So tarot is just like a light that gives you a little bit more clarity
Yes.
Yeah.
about what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I
Got it.
like to think of it. Because I mean, so in all the readings that I've done, and including the ones for myself,
Mm-hmm.
what I will do is I'll do a reading in which I'll say, what is your hidden, like what is holding you back? So whatever you want to achieve
I
in
love that.
life, yeah. So what is holding you back? Because often we don't even really know, what's holding us back. Because if
Yeah.
we knew, we would already have kind of let go and moved on. And then what is your hidden fear? And often again, those are things that we picked up in our childhood, and we don't even realize it again, that this
Uh-huh.
is this is like a rule we made for ourselves when we were children. And we are still following it blindly, not even knowing that this is actually a rule, or that this is something that we're doing, or that even this is not true, because we don't even, like, when you have a
Uh-huh.
belief, you just kind of go through
Uh-huh.
with it. You don't realize that the belief is untrue. You can change it, or where you even pick, maybe you would realize where you picked it up from, when you start realizing that it is there. So
Yeah.
that's what I do. And then after that, I do a third card, which is basically an action step, because I'm a coach, so action steps
Mm-hmm.
are very important to me.
For
You
sure.
have to be able to do something. It's not like I can just tell you, okay, so this is what you're experiencing, and bye bye. You always do like an action step now. And the
Yeah.
last card is always your strength. So, what is the strength that you have that you can really tap into to overcome all of these things? And they're really surprising. Like, there was this one person that I did a reading for, and it was so interesting, because you wouldn't have realized it, because the energy of the person is completely different. And then when I was doing the reading,
Mm-hmm.
she said that, and she was, ready, like, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to, be a complete success. And then when we were doing the reading, it came across that actually she's really scared of success, because she thinks if she's successful,
Mm-hmm.
then she will have to be devoting all her entire life, her entire day to work. And she doesn't want to do that, because she cherishes her free time.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is a rule that she made when she was a child, because she saw that her people around her were, trying to be successful and were working all the time.
Okay.
Wow.
Amazing how much insight you get from a reading.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so I'm really curious about the demonstration
Yes.
about what you do.
yeah.
So
Tell us
I
about
would
Definitely,
love to see
definitely.
that.
tell
So
us
this is
about
the
our
first time I'm
future.
doing it for like a business, because I've
Mhm.
usually done it for like solopreneurs, so like one person who's pulling you
Uh,
back. But this is
uh-huh.
exciting, so I'm ready to do it, because
Yes.
there are no limits, right?
Yeah, for sure
Yeah.
not. So we want to know the future of Quantum Exchange podcast. What do we need to do to excel? What's holding us back? Ah, I'm scared.
Hidden fears and all that. Yeah.
So JJ, oh, you said you have one tarot reading and that's it in your whole life?
Yep.
Oh, and did you like it?
Actually, I did. And
Oh,
it was amazing because it was like 1 year and a half ago. And the amazing thing is that a lot of things in that reading, like, were fulfilling themselves or appearing in my life,
Nice.
like months after that.
Very nice. Sweet.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that really happens, doesn't it? Like it takes a while and suddenly you're like, yes, you're right. You know?
Like literally months after that, they were starting to come. It took that time, but it was amazing that I saw the things happening, and I remember that reading, and I was, oh my god. Yeah.
Okay. So the reading is ready, and I'm going to start with your first card, which is the what is holding you back right now. So I'm going to hold
Okay.
up the card, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but I'll also tell you what it is. So this is the High Priestess. The
High
Major
priest.
Arcana card. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't know if you can see it.
What she has in her hands.
Okay, so she's basically like I will tell you the entire description because sometimes you can't even see it like this. There's so much. So the thing with tarot is it's a lot about like what it's the in the tarot the meaning is not only just like what you see but also like all the things that are painted in and
Okay.
like the colors that she's using and yeah, that's my dog already started.
Lovely.
Yeah, she just gets like bored. Okay, so I'm gonna put the card down. Um, she is. So, do you want me to describe the card first and then get on to what it actually means?
Yeah, a general basic description just to see the relationship. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a card of like, this is a power card. This is one of the major arcana cards. This is the second one.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. The ones of the journey.
Yeah, the ones of the journey.
Mhm.
And this is basically a challenge card. It's like in this you can see that she's got like okay, I'm going to hold it really high and close so you can see there's like she's
Uh-huh.
got the
It's like a
moon
book.
yeah, she's got the moon in the pillars that are there and she's the priestess. There's a moon at the
Uh,
bottom as well. It's like the entire cosmos in the sense.
yeah, yeah,
She's
yeah.
got the flowers here. um
So what's the interpretation?
yeah,
Mhm.
okay, so the interpretation is that in this you are like you need to use more insight and intuition. So what's holding you back is that you've got a lot of intuition and instinct. Either you're letting it rule you too much or you're not using it enough. So this is again was
Mm.
going to be a balance of your male and female energies. Is
Nice.
that what's happening? Are you guys like are you guys using your intuition and your instinct, or are you letting your emotions rule you instead?
That's a good question. JJ, go ahead. You
Mm.
answer.
I feel that the emotions ruling
Yeah.
ourselves.
So are you guys familiar with the human design concept at all?
I am. I do. I am a manifester.
Ah, nice.
Okay.
So what happens with human design is there are like, I'm not really familiar with this. This is going to be a very, very basic kind of thing that I tell you. But what they say is that, they have these different kinds of power centers in our body. And if you have the power center, which is, I don't know which one it is, but in one of those power centers, what happens is
Mhm.
that your emotions make your decisions very volatile. So you will
Mhm.
choose something because, oh, I'm really excited right now. This seems like the right thing to do, and I'm going to do it. As opposed to calming down and really assessing, like, using your intuition and saying, is this actually the right thing for me to do? Or
Okay.
like that.
Mhm.
Very nice.
Amazing.
So the card is saying to use our intuition more.
Yeah, it would be like use your intuition more and yeah, like balance out your emotions.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I would also say whenever this card shows up for me, it always means that you need to kind of balance your energies of male and female, your masculine and divine masculine, divine feminine energies. Like that's always a
Got it.
good thing to balance out.
Well, that's why we came together, because I felt like me and my feminine energy and JJ and his masculine energy, this has been like a topic for us since the beginning, like how together we can balance the energy and be successful. Yeah. The thing is, and then I thought it would be really awesome because we're from different generations too. So that could be what's showing up, because JJ is 23 and I'm 53. So it's a huge gap in, so that
Yeah.
maybe this is what's showing up. But I think for my part, I love the podcast, and I think we're getting new followers, and I think this is the beginning of our journey together in this little venture. Okay,
Mhm.
Amazing. So
what's
what what happens with this reading is, and I'm also
Yeah.
like it's this is also something I'm exploring a lot, and every time I do a reading, I come up with some new insight. But one of the things that I learned really was that in this reading, when typically a card will show up which might be really positive, but sometimes that positive is actually what the negative is the negative,
okay, okay,
like for instance, when with the person that I was telling you about, when I did her success, when I did her reading and she was scared of success, the card
Yeah.
that showed up was like, you can be really successful if you work hard. And the thing was that she was actually scared of both hard, like it wasn't that she was scared of hard work, but she was scared that her success would only be hard work. So it's
okay,
actually like, it turns around.
Mm.
Like the card actually,
Yeah.
the meaning turns around. It's not like the regular reading in a sense.
okay.
Yeah. I get it.
So what's next?
The
Yeah.
next one is your hidden fear, and this one is another major arcana card, and this is strength.
Oh, I love it. It's got the lion. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
today is the
This
first
lion.
day of the Lions Gate, right? Is it today?
Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing. And we got the Lions card. Very
This is
good.
your hidden fear, though. But the hidden fear, it's a number 8 card here. And in other decks, it actually shows as this, like here, she's just sitting peacefully next to the lion. But in the
Uh-huh.
other decks, she's actually like, got her hand inside the open mouth of a lion, even like this is the strength card. So here
Okay.
it just says that you, like your hidden fear, which is uh, calm, self control, confidence, and determination. So it's
Okay.
almost like, do you have any control issues when it comes to the podcast or something? Are you like, how do we say this? It's like you don't always have control over everything in a situation or in your life or in business.
Mhm.
And you don't have control over the outside, but you have control over the inside. And even within the inside, the thing that you can sometimes the only thing you can control is like how to
Yourself.
remain calm in a situation, and not like how you react or how you respond and things like that. So that's really here is the hidden fear, it seems, is that that's what the hidden fear here is, like the calm
Okay.
To
or the
Remember
confidence or
remaining like
like doubts.
calm no matter the external. Like
Yeah.
that's that's like the fear. So we are scared or we have fear
no.
of the external.
Maybe it's like more of like not sure what's coming next.
Okay. Yeah, I relate to that.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes these cards, they after a little while it'll be like, okay, yeah, okay. So this is
Yeah.
how that card made sense. Like when you think about
Okay.
the High Priestess and with the intuition, maybe the way this card makes sense is like how you have to, be more intuitive, balance your energies. Here it's also like, again, balance of energies and how you express. Um, the meeting is going to run out. So do we just log back in at that point?
Yeah, that will be ideal.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
We could do the
Um,
next one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like also, your do you have any old habits that, or any an old way of doing things that you need to change or address? Is there something like that,
Mhm.
if maybe have either of you done a podcast before, or have you done something like a partnership before where you weren't where you had to do something, or you had to learn something, and then you're doing,
Mhm.
you have to like, how we basically repeat a lot of patterns until we learn from them.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
So it could be that you have to give up your, something that you brought in from before,
Uh, uh-huh.
and basically, if there are any limitations that you're setting for yourself, just know that you have the strength to let that go, and you don't have to hold on to anything old. You can now, with your strength and power, and also using intuition from before, step into a new being.
Uh-huh. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it is really cool. I mean, these are I really like this card also. The lion looks so cute and like cuddly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm very happy the lion showed up.
Really
The power
important.
card showed up today. I think it's very
You have two
auspicious.
power cards.
Mm-hmm.
Two power cards showed up today. Yeah. Okay, and the one thing you can do every day is the Three of Cups. So again, this is emotion. The cups are
Oh,
Uh-huh.
emotion, and there are
Uh-huh.
three people who are like meeting
come
together. Three women that are meeting together. So this
Uh-huh.
again is a thing. A lot of like feminine energy comes into this. Oops. And it's also that that you're doing actually. So one thing that you're doing every, like something that you have to do all the time or every day, is basically sharing, you know
Okay.
like
Okay.
sharing your knowledge, which is what you're doing with the podcast, obviously.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Uh-huh.
So that's really great. Using it's a card of success and creativity, and it says that actually this card represents a magical friendship that brings delight and enchantment into your life. So that's amazing that you guys are doing that with each other,
That's awesome. I love
right?
it.
It says like resolve differences with people, and collaborative ventures are good, but that's exactly what you're doing. So it seems like you're already on the path of what you need to be doing, you know?
Perfect. Awesome.
So
Amazing.
it's
Excellent.
like, yeah, because you have like what it says is that use your resources for the good of others. It's a card of, like I said, sharing essentially.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
And
Which
that's
is
what
what
you're
we're
doing.
doing.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're sharing
bravo.
information.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it is nice to see you're already on the path of what you need to do,
Oh
right?
yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I like the cards. I like the intuition, the power, and then the community is exactly what we're doing. We're using our intuition and our personal power to bring this
Yeah.
knowledge to the world. Well done. Well done. I love it. Did you like it, JJ?
There's one
For
more card
sure.
coming up. The
Okay.
last card is your strength,
Okay.
and it is the Two of Wands. Can you see it?
Two of
Wands,
what?
wand.
Ones. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. If you can like see, there's this cat hanging out, and there's this person who's holding the two wands. You know that he's got this one on the sides, and this thing, and this thing with the flowers on top.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Amazing. You know
Oh,
what I think? That before the interpretation, we can restart the call because maybe
yeah.
interrupt
4 minutes.
Okay. All right.
That's okay.
Yep.
So I'll just log back into the same link.
No, I'll send you
No,
a
I'm
new
going to send back
I'll send you
a
a
new
new
link.
link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
All
Great.
right.
So I'll wait for
Thank
that.
you.
Okay.
See you.
Bye.
We're back and we changed it the position 2 of the screens.
Okay. Nice.
So we were seeing the card of the
Two
Yeah.
of
strength.
Wands.
Uh-huh.
The card is the Four of Wands. This
Oh,
is a
Mhm.
fire element, and this is your strength. Guys, we can
Fire.
really
is
think for a
is
second.
it, hang on. Is it two of one or is it four of one?
Sorry, Two of Wands.
Okay, two of one. Okay.
Two of Wands. Did I say four?
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know where the four came from. I don't know where that number came from. There's no four anywhere here. But the Two of Wands is your strength card, and here it says that you have you have the confidence, you have the goals, you have the purpose, and you can use your willpower to do anything.
Yeah.
That's what it says. It says like if you want to embrace your challenges and you can stretch your capabilities instead of staying in your comfort zone, move out of your comfort zone and do something that is challenging, because you can.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah, like pursue your ambition passionately.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love it.
And it's like it's really a good thing for business as well. So I mean, this is a good business card. Yeah. Which is
Yes.
an interesting thing because we asked about the business specifically. It's like, in this they're looking for
uh-huh.
it's like they're looking out to see what's coming in.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
card, did you see? It's they're waiting, they're looking
Yes,
out
yes.
to what's coming
Nice,
in.
nice.
Usually these are
For
like
what's coming
shifts
in.
yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Expectation, right?
yeah. And
Love it.
favorable. It's a favorable thing. It's like dreaming of the future and in like prepared for
Nice.
it.
Very good.
So
We're
that's
ready.
basically it. Yeah. I mean, of course, Petra. And the
Ex
podcast is amazing.
Well, thank you so much for coming. And I love that you did this for us. I appreciate it. I don't know if JJ maybe he will want to do his own thing. So I make sure to share your details with him so he can
Yeah.
contact you.
That will be amazing.
Yeah. And we're gonna post her information on the podcast, right?
For sure.
So in case
Yeah.
people want to do you do personal readings as well, right?
Yeah, I do
So
personal readings. I also do
um,
trauma coaching, and I have an amazing self-love course, which is because this is what I found. Most people have the biggest issue, or most people have, is just that they, like they know everything. They have like, I mean, this is something I know from myself also. Like, I've got 2 master's degrees. I've studied so much. I've done so many courses. I'm just like I know so much, but I
Yeah.
have zero I'm always asking, have I done this right? Am I doing it okay? Is this okay? Like, do I look okay? Do I do this okay? Did I say this okay? Did I talk okay? And that self-love aspect was
Yeah.
completely missing in me. And that was like zero confidence. It led to zero confidence, zero self-esteem, and
Yeah. Uh-huh.
all of that stuff. So yeah, that I found is one of the most amazing transformative tools for people.
That's
nice.
amazing. So we're going to share that with you in the description too, because it will benefit so many people. Because I'm really conscious that a lot of us need to heal that self-love part. Is so crucial. So
Yes.
amazing that you're doing that for the people. So we're really happy to have you with us in this podcast. It was amazing the experience to clarify all this, to see that you're contributing so much to people, and to make this contribution too in this podcast.
Yes.
Uh, so I think that this is all for now. We're
Yes.
really happy again. Thank you for the viewers to see us till this point. Until next time,
Yes.
see you later.
Thank you so much for coming, darling. I love you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Love you guys too.
Okay.
Much
Bye.
love. Bye.
Bye-bye. Ciao.